Learned scholars of East High School, welcome to week 2 of virtual learning. First off, a couple of announcements. This is fake. Thanks to everyone who is concerned for my mental sanity though, because everybody checking in was really nice, but I did not cut my hair yet. So, I don't know if anybody has heard of this new virus that's going around, COVID-19, also known as coronavirus. You may not heard of it. It's been super down low on the radar, and no one's been talking about it, and there's definitely, it's secret. So, secret biology learning's happening today. So before we went on quarantine, we were in a classroom talking about deoxyribonucleic acid, great word to say, otherwise known as DNA, which looks a little something like this. I don't have a whiteboard, so you will have to bear with me as I use a shower. Some of us took notes on DNA that looked something like this. We also extracted DNA from strawberries in class. If you remember, all living things have DNA. This plant has DNA. This orange has DNA. This tomato has DNA. Harbor seals have DNA. My face has DNA. This candle and other non-living things, no DNA. Our DNA is like a set of instructions that tells our body how to build everything. Our eyes, our brain, our meat, our bones, our skin, everything. Just how blueprints help architects plan a building. Or how IKEA instructions help me figure out how to put together a chair. Or how a recipe can help a chef bake some delicious cookies. So just how a blueprint, instructions, and a recipe tell someone how to make either a building, a chair, or a cookie, DNA tells our cell how to make proteins. And proteins make up everything. We have one of our body's cells. In that cell, in the nucleus of the cell, we got what? You guessed it! DNA, baby! So that's where the instructions are, so the cell can crank out the building blocks of life. Proteins! It's bulk season! Proteins make up everything. They make up our hair. They make up our armpits. Make up our eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Proteins help us digest food. Proteins help us move! Fun fact, you are making proteins right now as you watch this video. Bulk season cannot be contained by quarantine. Bottom line, proteins make you possible. Wholesome. So DNA has all the instructions for our cell to crank out some proteins. And proteins help us do everything. They make up everything. So if this is you, you're smiling because you're 6 feet apart from this ant, who's also made of DNA and proteins. You get to do everything you get to do because of your cells cranking out instructions to make proteins to make you. Viruses, like COVID-19, don't have the machinery to make anything or make copies of themselves.
But Miss Watermelon, if viruses can't multiply on their own, why do viruses spread so quickly?
Wow, Ms. Hampton, immaculate question. I'm so glad you asked. Since a virus can't live on its own, It's like a not so great friend that only is friends with you so they can copy your homework. And a virus needs the cell of a living organism so that cell can do all the hard work for it, and then the virus reaps the benefits. So if you touch a surface that has the virus and you get the virus on your hands, and then touch your face, the virus can enter into your body and start hijacking your cells by going in through your eyes or nostrils or mouth. Once the virus is inside your body, it comes up to say hello to one of your body's cells. Once it's next to a cell, it tricks the cell into letting it inside. And once it's inside, it releases its own genetic information in your cell. Now that COVID-19 is in our cell, instead of using our own DNA as instructions to make our own body's proteins, our cell starts using the genetic information from COVID-19 to crank out more COVID-19 cells. Those cells go on to infect other cells, and more cells, and more cells, until we're completely infected! Fear not, though, because eventually our immune system notices this catfishing situation that's going on within our body's cells and puts a stop to it. Sometimes before that can happen, we do get really sick.
Okay, so if our immune system can fight off a virus, then I don't have to get vaccinated for anything.
If you don't want to get sick, getting vaccinated helps teach our immune system what to look for or fight off before you even get sick. Ow! Worth it, though. Unfortunately, COVID-19 does not have a vaccine yet, but the flu does, smallpox does, chickenpox does, measles does, meningococcal meningitis does, rabies does, tetanus does. Just like washing a frying pan with soap and water can break apart the cheese that you left on the pan, washing your hands with soap and water can break down COVID-19 from your hands. So keep washing your hands, stay at home, stay safe.